Hello.
Yo, Rosie.
Yo! I can't even see you, I just know your voice. I love you that much. Right, so yeah, I did the show with these guys. I'm just as drunk as I was doing all those shows, so please don't expect too much of me, because that's the thing. I've spent more time drinking than I have been preparing for this, but I've got some new ones, so anyone who's at the show, they're not new. I just didn't read them at the show, so they're not as good as the ones I chose for the show. But they're here. I'm sorry. Way to start this performance, I think, so I'm so sorry. Okay, this one is called A Poem About Capital G God. There's no... it's about my personal experience with exploring my faith and religion that didn't work out for me. If anyone here is religious, I'm sorry. This is just for me. There's no offence intended. Please forgive me. Yeah, so a poem about capital G God. Some people fear God, and others love him. After phases of both, I've come to pity him. If he made me at all in his image, he's an awkward guy racked with regret and a longing to be different. He feels alone, trying to express himself, stuck on the wrong side of the epistemic distance, seeking appreciation from a world that has turned its back on him, yet still waging wars across ages in his name. And as much as he may have loved us, I think he's grown to weep for us, his imperfect creation. Just like when I think of you, he's reminded of the biggest mistake he's ever made. Thank you. Yeah, this one is kind of perfect for ending my English lit degree, actually. It's a poem about how much I hate writing and words. So, that was the thing, is like when I was doing these last essays, I was like, I fucking hate typing. I was like, why did I choose an English lit degree when this is all it was going to be? But no, I loved every minute of it, Kate. I really did. It's an amazing, I had a great time, please. I'm sorry, again, there we go. Yeah, this is called, I wrote a poem last night, woke up and I hate it. When I say I study English words, I get, but isn't that the language you learned first? But trying to put forth thoughts from my brain is like trying to explain the way light travels in particles and waves. The way it cut through the rain like some god's rays. I'd like some way to say I was elevated to elation with little to no explanation, but it seems such a wasted aspiration. I'm learning what words are worth and I'm lost searching for verses. Abused and overused, trying to convey truth. It's so easy for words to sound absurd, with everything uttered so easily misconstrued. Semantics will create and will ruin you. So much lost from synapse to typing. From trying intangible angles of experience in writing. Don't relax your syntax, it's a flexible lexicon, but you've got to know what you're trying to show or just live in hope. Frustrated, sitting in time and space wasted, unable to find some words that relate to this random spate of brain activity, then successive impressions longing to escape expressive oppression. There's nothing like reading a piece that leaves a lingering feeling. Something you'd been fleeing but found relief in this peace of mind that someone somewhere is articulating lived sensations with words you could never seem to find. I try to write things when it comes to writing. It stresses me and tests me, trying to express freely until I'm convinced I don't care and never wanted anything from this anyway. And then a star fades in and my panic starts waning because there's someone out there to whom it's relating, or the friend I never thought was reading says it gave them a feeling and somehow meaning was found. So I think what I'm trying to say is words are worthless, but sometimes they work and that's worth it. Thank you. You can tell Three Poets really was just me kind of drunk as fuck. So TK, they're like, yeah, I know my poems. I'm fine, I'm pretty sober. I can say no to a drink. This one I've never actually read out loud. It's called Fuck You Tiny Birds, and it's about when... So I don't actually know how much sense it's going to make, because it's about basically being in a place in southeast London called Canada Water. Has anyone ever been there? Yeah, it's weird as fuck, okay? Especially at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning after a rave when you're tripping. But minus the tripping, it's just weird anyway, because it's one of the like business districts of London, so it's like really dead at the weekend. It's like the only bits of London that's actually dead. So it's weird, and basically there were some birds tweeting, and me and a couple of friends were tripping, and we were like, And my friend just went, "Fuck you, tiny birds!" So, because they seemed to know what was going on more than we did. So, I think we were kind of angry at the birds for knowing something we didn't. So yeah, this is "Fuck you, tiny birds." Is that okay? It's just on this side. Fuck you, tiny birds, and everything you mean. It all took a turn for the worst, and yet unconcerned away you tweet. My mind was tied for a while, but last night I tried to free my wandering subconscious and trust something bust out my skull. But you don't care, tiny birds. It's the morning, and first thing you call so and are unaware through the air. Ignorance is bliss. Last night confirmed this. I tried to get away with it, but all social functions just stopped. My awkwardness topped as conversations flopped and immediate memory was lost. And now my only wish, to be flying through the air easy as piss with a sick view of perspectives new, but right now I haven't the words, so fuck you, tiny birds. Okay, these are the last two from the show anyway, so anyone who was there, this is going to be really boring for you. I was going to try and do this one from my head, but I just can't. I don't want to let you guys down like that, so I'm just going to read off the ones. This is this is the one for the one at So Many Firsts, for a friend of mine that was just there the first time I got wasted. Believe it or not, there was a first time. I just wasn't this good at it the whole time. So yeah. Year 7 maths. Next to each other trapped, wielding a compass to Year 11 English, listening to MP3s through wires in sleeves, your mum, and fighting in the music rooms for fun. Next thing, it was getting messy. Ending in travesty as blood gushed out my cavity and vomit defied gravity. I couldn't keep up and you couldn't carry me. Then raves paved the way to Boris bikes and apocalyptic nights, following lines till the end of time and convinced we were actually gonna die. Like that time, I gripped the bar sideways. I was not going to uni that Friday. You bopped your shoulders and threw a smile my way, and we danced it all at Kate. I'm really sorry, Kate. So much noise it was quiet. Communicate in mute, subdued silence, too lost to attempt to impress beneath torrential sweat, sat engrossed in the pattern of your dress. See, I'd forgotten the comfort of arms until curled up in sweat-drenched garms in the corner of a room gone too far, and all we could do was laugh. By common standards of friends, we tend to converse to no ends, but it's never awkward or tense, we express in pleasant reticence. I've been at my most vulnerable, mentally troubled with you. Stripped of all normality as the real me, I scrutinise in states of mind impossible to vocalise. I look you in the eyes and I try my best to verbalise, but there just ain't the words, and it's all love about to burst for you, the one at So Many Firsts. Thank you. Okay, I think this one, has gone through loads of titles, and I think 6x4 is the best one. It was requested by a friend of mine, so I'm reading it.
Yeah!
It's also, that one friend. 6x4 is about, I'm ginger and weird. When I was younger, I got bullied a lot for that, so, and I was like, oh, it was so much easier being younger, and then I realised that being this age is way better than being a teen, and so this poem came. It was kind of like 4 years in the making, but yeah, I need to just quickly see when it ends. Okay, sweet, there's so many pages. It's 6x4. Been off my A game. I haven't written anything new in ages as I sit and watch the words wither and waste away. So as the precipitate pitter-pats on the window pane, I sat back and cracked a fat sack and smoked a J and took a trip down memory lane, different pictures leading the way. And with the 6x4 spread across my floor, I got to thinking of who I used to be, demanding answers regarding the future me. A hazy days takes me back. I miss lazy days, making daisy chains, or the crazy ways in which we'd play one game for days and get waylaid in worlds that we made. I missed when hopes were dreams, when we lost time in rolling fields of green. Now we roll our green on fields because it got too real dying to be free. When tripping meant a graze, not damage to the brain, and stress was homework or doing up the top button on your polo shirt. Speeding down empty roads, glittered beads rattling in spokes, feeling the air flow through functioning lungs of young ones, stretching day one through endless months of sun. Then I found an old backpack, read a diary and got backtracked, saw a kind of me as I lost track and it all came rushing back. My history recorded, the years of awkward torture and absurd blur of the whirlwind of being a teen and trying to find me. See, I've always been shy, But people could never see why, because with hair like a fucking beacon, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy to hide. What a freak. Face a speckled mess of freckles, don't try and speak. Everybody wants to shout and heckle. It's just another day of another week. Weak because you cry, and weak because it hurts. Weak because it's cool to be different, because there's always someone with it worse. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but let's not pretend that breaks don't mend and aren't specifically screamed to personally offend. But I'd wasted so much time in hiding, made up of cracks and fissures, the light inside flickering like broken fixtures, until someone told me that giving in was just letting them win. So now I'm a vegan because I believe there's a reason, and I won't pretend I'm on a non-animal byproduct diet because I believe in something and others don't like it. Or when my dad says, don't dress like that if you want a life that's quiet. If you don't want to be shouted at in the street, just try it. You are you, and you don't have to question why. Those that do only want you to lie. So fuck the fuckers that made you feel butters. Surround yourself with good people, be positive, and you'll see you'll reap the rewards that for so long you thought could never be yours. Thank you very much.